Hi, I'm Timothy Mas.
Hi, I'm Nathan Cuazon.
I'm Andre Sawyer, and we're going to discuss.
Trade union.
You might not know it, but trade union is very evident in our daily lives. It affects each one of us in many ways that we might not even see. For example, your father could be a worker who's suffering from unfair wages, or he could be an entrepreneur who's having union problems. Or you might not be wondering why he's always working and don't have time for the family. This is why it is important for us to address and discuss the importance of trade union. For you to understand it better, we begin with the question, what is trade union? A trade union is an organization made up of members who are mainly workers and whose aim is to protect and advance the interests of the members in the workplace. Then how did it all begin? It started during the Industrial Revolution, mainly in England, when workers were paid poorly, worked in terrible unsafe conditions, and worked for long hours. Thus led to a fight between the capitalist and the working class emerged. Two classes whose aims are different. Capitalists whose focus is to increase their profit by cutting down wages and increasing the hours and intensity of labor. Working class who attempt to increase their wages and shorten their working hours. This not only happened in the Industrial Revolution, but also is evident in the following situation, where the workers were abused. African slavery, which we believe is the worst of all, unfair work conditions that led to the French Revolution, child labor that is still happening now, sweet shops that are still being done illegally until now. These situations cannot be prevented until a trade union is formed.
Trade union sometimes comes out negatively in the news, especially when you see businesses closing down because of it. Strikes happening and sometimes people even get hurt. But what are these workers really fighting for? Why do they have to go to through such an extent? That is why it is important for us to understand the effects of trade union. What then are the effects of being in a trade union? They get to voice out their demands as a group. It protects their rights in getting a fair wage, definite time at work that gives them enough time to rest, to be able to work in a safe environment that protects their health, to be able to get benefits such as Social Security, and also be provided with training to learn new skills. But what about the business owner? It seems like everything is just for the benefit of the workers. When the workers start abusing their power that emerged from forming a trade union, that is when a trade union can totally go wrong. This is what happens. When strikes start to happen and business operations are brought to a halt, when wages go way too high and cause market failure. This happens when the union sets a wage higher than the equilibrium price of wages. This causes the market to be inefficient because there would be more supply of laborers who would want to offer their services but less demand from firms who find their labor costs to be too high. This is an example of what we call a price floor. Aside from market inefficiency, it also leads to a wasted resources when some workers would get unemployed. Some business might even close down because with a high labor cost, they might not be able to get enough profit to have the incentive to continue doing business.
Given the facts, it seems like the trade union is very much one-sided. Like, how can business continue to exist when the business owner becomes powerless in the hands of the trade unions? The final question is, can trade union really exist? Can it be beneficial to both the business owner and the workers? Can we find common ground that will satisfy both parties?
The answer is yes, through a collective bargaining agreement where both parties would negotiate and agree on the terms of this agreement. 1. A fair wage that would make the workers have the incentive to do their best at work, and a fair wage that is not too costly for the business owner to stay in business. 2. A safe environment that would protect the workers' health and also protect the business owners from lawsuits that can arise from accidents or sicknesses that arises from unsafe work environments. 3. Training can lead to more knowledgeable and efficient workers that can contribute more to business. In the end, through a trade union, a happy worker leads to a happy employer.